Feel pretty good at this point about Elton being able to play Sunday.
Yeah, we'll give him up till game time. He was out there in a limited capacity today and worked a lot of different combinations. So I'll let you know, 90 minutes before the game on Sunday.
Matt, is Jalen Smith ready to play this week, do you think, or not yet?
Yeah, we're gonna continue to talk about that. He was certainly out there in the mix, but we again repped a lot of different combinations. So we just want to make sure that he's comfortable, ready to go before we put him out there.
How's Rasul doing? He's kind of got 2 weeks of practice in now. Where's he at in terms of maybe the ability to contribute?
Yeah, he's doing a nice job, and I know he's ready to roll. So, a good chance that you'll see him this weekend.
Any chance for Kevin King?
No, he'll be out.
So kind of along with Bob's question about Douglas, what do you feel about who do you got available on Sunday to go out there at corner? Yeah, we've got a lot of different guys that we can put out there. Rasul was one of the guys. Ike who's been here for a while now, and then we also have Sully and Shamar, and then we got Quentin Dunbar on the P squad. So we got plenty of options.
Matt, when you get a new guy on offense, I don't know how long it takes to get him up to speed. I'm sure you just do kind of game plan, week by week stuff with a new guy. How does it work on defense, and what is Rasul up against with 1 week in, and what's Quentin up against with only a couple days?
Yeah, no, it's definitely a challenge, but any time that you go into a game, you have a game plan, so certainly your playbook gets pared down quite a bit. But I think the most important thing is just obviously owning your responsibility, but the communication and making sure that those guys that have experience in our system kind of help you out a little bit.
So Chicago's down their top 3 running backs. They have a rookie and a practice squad guy left over. They haven't thrown the ball much, so I guess my question is, what are you expecting from them?
I would expect that no matter who's in there, they're going to try to run the ball. Most teams will, especially when you have a young quarterback. But then again, it's a division game, so you got to always be ready for whether it's unscouted looks or maybe a team to try to throw a little wrinkle here and there at you. Maybe that's amping up some zone read. But I think that's one of the guessing games that you go into each game with on both sides of the ball.
So, Rule, Matt, are you in favor of the idea of a spy with a quarterback like this that will bolt as much as he does?
You guys want me to give you the game plan, huh?
No,
I think, yeah, you got to look at.
Take away a guy from the defense by just.
Yeah, you look at everything, and ultimately you got to do what you think is going to give yourself the best chance to win and contain a guy. And certainly when you have a quarterback that is as athletic as Justin is, his ability to take off and create and move the chains with his legs is something that goes into account and something that you have to game plan for.
Matt, with Runyon, I know he obviously didn't win the starting spot right out of preseason, but what has he done since then to kind of take a stranglehold on that left guard job?
Yeah, he's just been super consistent, and he's done a really nice job, and I think he gets better as the weeks progress, which is what we expect out of everybody.
Matt, we're about to talk to Aaron. He obviously had 4 games of, he didn't have a home run, and finally hits the home run Sunday. We're just kind of waiting for that to happen, and how beneficial is that for your offense when he's able to break off long runs like that?
Oh, yeah, what an incredible run. I mean, to make 2 guys miss, and one guy in the backfield, the other guy in the open field, and he's typically not a guy that breaks down to shake a guy. He just beats him with speed, and to watch him do that was pretty spectacular. But I think any time with the run game, we always say it takes all 11. It truly does. You have to allow a back to get going up front, typically, unless he does what he did last week. But typically the line has to do a great job. The tight ends have to do a great job of just allowing the run to start to go. And then a lot of those home run runs are done by the receivers blocking their responsibility in the secondary. I mean, that's a big part of it. So we got to continue to work, really everybody, just making sure everybody's doing their job. And when they do that and nobody gets beat, then typically you got an opportunity to spring those long runs.
As a play caller, do you just have stash in the back of your mind if things aren't maybe going well for Aaron early in the game, he's about to break one, because he breaks one quite often?
Yeah, we're definitely gonna stay with the run, whether it's tough sledding early. I mean, this is one of the best defenses in football, so we know that there's gonna be some times where it probably isn't gonna look pretty, and our whole goal is just to make sure we stay ahead of the sticks as best we can. You know, you don't want to have those negative plays, so even if you're falling forward for 2 yards, that's not necessarily the worst thing.